Hello, everyone. This is Jay Michaels, and I decided, let me just do a new freaking visual novel, and this is something I love. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. So let's get right to it, man. I haven't played it that long, but I love it just from the way it started. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just do one myself. So it's old. Plays, so if you have a problem with it, like, I don't care. Let me put my twist into it. So let's get it.
Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this! I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it.
Yeah, that's the best voice I got. Like. But alright, let's do this. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. Boy, am I nervous.
Right.
Oh, hiya, Chief.
I'm glad I made it in time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everybody takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this.
Put the word now, hold on.
It says a lot about you and your client as well.
Thanks.
Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
Oh, wait, what? Ah, fuck, that was probably the guy.
A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case?
Yes.
Actually,
Oh, shit. Yo, I keep messing up. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
well, that's news to me.
I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything is all over.
Isn't that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, that's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die.
It sounds like he wants to die.
Yeah. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Yeah. The person reasonable for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butz, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Yeah. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I could say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. Bitch! Yeah. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Yeah, so just so you guys know, I'm literally freestyling this whole thing, so bear with me. I'm really gonna try my best here, so. The court is now in session for the trial. No, I don't want it to sound like that. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz. I know it sounds nothing like him, but I don't give a fuck.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Fuck the pigs.
Thank you, Your Honor. I gotta make him tough. Phoenix Wright has to be tough.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your reading. Ascertain your reading. Your readiness, fuck, whatever.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, hands shaking, eyesight fading.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Oh, come on. Larry Butz, man.
The defendant?
Well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Please tell me what's the victim's name?
Phew. I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover it so many times. It's... wait. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? Don't you even know the victim's name?
Oh, the victim, of course. I know the victim's name.
I just forgot temporarily.
I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record. Just touch the court record button to check it anytime, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Hey, I'm out the bag.
Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case?
Wait. Let me check real quick. Right here. Cindy's autopsy report, so it could only be Cindy something. Cindy Stone. That's what it seems like, right? The victim name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
Oh, wait. I haven't played this in a while, so hold on. Cause of death, loss of blood. Blunt trauma. Boom! She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all of my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed.
What, you thought I was stupid? What the fuck?
You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court, right? Yes. Cool.
Right. Please. Fuck. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. The evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently.
This girl sounds crazy.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butz to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. What, he's gonna get hard? No more. Look at this guy.
Mr. Butz, is it not true that the victim you had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony.
Didn't they all die?
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Butz, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Yo, I'm gonna make him sound like a lame, Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who give her money and gifts. She took their money, used it to support her lifestyle,
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this is. Whatever, yeah. Tell me, Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Wait and see what... let's wait and see what happens. Fuck it. Might be better not to get involved in this one.
Well, Mr. Butz? Dude, no way! That cheating she-dog!
I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this!
Let's continue the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking too good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't.
Oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honest. Yeah, these people don't play. Just answer. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
Yeah, I was there. I went.
The crowd. Order. Well, Mr. Butz?
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her.
Why do you sound like that?
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butz is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Yo, this is retarded. Order! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank whatever, to the stand.
What the fuck?
Mr. Swat, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh, yes! Newspaper, yes! Mr. Swat, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness's account. Alright.
I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I coiled in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function properly, normally. The phone that Mr. SWAT used was... Well, shit. Yeah, hold on. Give me a second here. Was one of those, yeah. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your per usual. That word.
Now, Mr. Wright. Yes. Yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, Wright. This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Okay.
Touch the court record button and point out contradictions in the testimony.
Alright. Let's do it, man. I was going door to door. Let me just actually do this. When I saw a man fleeing in the apartment, the door had open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright. Alright, so... I think I got it already. Right here, right? Wait, the blackout right here. Bitch! Oh, I was wrong. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow.
It clearly contradicts the I thought.
You don't sound very convinced, Mr. Wright. Objection overruled. Bitch. Yeah. I don't think that won any points with the judge. Alright, let me actually read this. I was in the road again. I want to nearby public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. It was 1 p.m. Hold it! Boom! 1 p.m.? Are you certain? Yes.
Absolutely.
Fuck, I forgot how he sounds. He seems really confident.
1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that sound strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him.
Aight, damn. Alright, I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. And let's look at the time. Time of death, 7:31, 4 p.m., 5 p.m. So, no. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yo, this is about me.
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was nobody to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe, nigga. Yeah. Mr. SWAT, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Ray. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions.
Alright, shorty.
Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Got you.
Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again? Like they would let him. That's bull.
time of discovery. Let's see.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the telephone or television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time of the tape on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one.
Trust me, I got it. This is like literally one of the easy cases. I know later on I got stuck, like I forgot episode 3 or something. So right now it's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be like nothing.
You see, when I heard the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but that was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess if it's okay, I'm reading this again. Let me not read it again. Let me actually press this guy from the beginning. Boom!
You said heard, not saw?
Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look anything else. At least, yeah.
Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something, but if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all.
The witness did say he actually heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything.
I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony.
There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
Wait a minute. Are you sure there was a television or not? A radio?
Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally,
Yo, this is the same voice.
Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. The witness has testified. He heard the time.
Yeah, that's where he fucked up. No, we can go back. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television, right? But from what I remember... Objection! Hold it right there! The prosecution said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it! Yeah. You couldn't have heard the television or a video! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. SWAT?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Alright, wait, I remember now.
Mr. SWAT? The court would prefer an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility.
That and it...
Oh, that and it seems... You seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. SWAT. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. They're getting tired of this dude. Hearing the time. Alright.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Yeah, what murder weapon? The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Because I'm gonna get you. Yeah. Alright. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Alright. Okay, that's what you say. There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? The murder weapon, that must have been what I saw. Find the contradiction. I know where the contradiction is. There was a table clock, right? So how do you know there was a table clock, buddy? Get the fuck out of here. Wait just a moment. Huh? The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how was this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. SWAT. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apology.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with the testimony now? Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he... You're lying! You were inside the apartment of the day of the murder!
Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove it I went in there!
I'll do better than that. I can prove you are the one who killed her! You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice! That was the sound you heard! Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. SWAT, the sound must have left quite an impression on you, right? Yeah, right? Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time!
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witnesses first! Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard no. I mean, I saw. Shut up! I hate you! It was him! I tell you, I saw him! He killed her and he should burn! Give him to death!
Order in the court, I say!
Your Honor, a moment please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright! Your Honor, you claim the sound of the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Swats heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock, buddy. Let's sound the clock now. Hear it in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully.
I think it's 8:25.
That certainly seems a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, you've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. It's precisely the discrepancy between Mr. Swat's heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Swat, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
What's he talking about?
While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it. I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yo, this dude is not on my side. Like, what the heck? Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Swat.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime.
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. SWAT!
Chief!
Listen up, Wright? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think!
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that!
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Whatever. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can't you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Duh. Wait! Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There was a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim is beyond a doubt.
Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Okay, hold on. A statue in the shape of the thinker, it's rather heavy. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Blackout record. Shit, what would be it? So if the time were to say something at 1 p.m. and it's 4, and she went to Paris. Alright, fuck it. I'm acting like I didn't know. The victim had just returned home from aboard the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. there. The next day there, yeah. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hasn't had it reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Swat, or should I say, Mr. Didn't?
Order, I say. Alright, well, that was easy. Well, this case has definitely turned out differently than what we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have to say,
I'm quite impressed, yeah.
fuck.
I didn't think I'd ever see.
Well, shit, let me take a time to read.
I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only formality, but the court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz, not guilty. Yes. Applause, my friends. And with that, the court is adjourned.
All right. And we're about to end it right here. Well, not yet. It turns out Frank Swat, was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Swat let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Swat grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and fucked her up. Yeah. Alright. And woo! I still can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you, babe.
Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there.
Yeah, sure.
It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. And she's this glad. Imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Ah, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good. Wait. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was a whore. 'Tis a pity. She was. Nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz, innocent.
Well, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate dinner. Movie? My treat?
Oh no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Oh hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry.
Are you so sure?
Squeeze me?
I think she thought of quite a lot about you, in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay?
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? The statue, my friend. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive that you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? Where'd you get that clock from?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled.
She probably just needed a clock, that's all.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better. Alright. Damn, still not done. Damn. Right?
I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never.
Yeah. Yo, that message is gonna be etched in his mind, the way she spoke it.
Well, I think our work is done. Here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent Butz.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part of at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks and sex?
Yeah. Just say it. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. And that is the end, my friends. So, that was just me finessing the hell out of fucking Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm going to do more, so if you guys enjoyed it, thank you. And comment, just tell me how y'all think about it, because honestly, I don't even know if it was good, but fuck it. But this is Jay Michaels, and I'm signing out. See ya. Peace.